All right, perfect. All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Well, this is our team that prepared our presentation. And our title is, I actually can't see it now. It's Move Ahead. It's about activities with REAM Association for the integration of trisomic children. Now, this is a quick outline for what we'll see. And I'd like first to give you some information about this association. Well, it's a nonprofit organization located in Oujda. It's in the east of Morocco, and it only deals with trisomic children. Its aim is to involve them in society by providing them with activities, parties, and even trips. And it usually accepts a lot of volunteers. Well, for trisomic children, also known as uh, the Down syndrome. It's generally a genetic condition caused by the presence of an extra copy of chromosome 21. And here, unfortunately, it affects a lot of physical development, intellectual abilities, and overall growth, and that's why they need a lot of care. Now, let's see some learning styles that this association target. I'm sorry that this was someone's part.
Okay, so now moving on to the learning styles that work best with trisomic children. During our visit to the REAM Association or organization, we noticed that they often used visual stimuli like charts and colored visuals. So we saw lots of pictures of fruits and like the name of the fruit next to it and things like that. And these visuals and charts seem to really engage the students and children. And why this might work, in our opinion, and as stated by the volunteers, is because while connecting visuals to concepts, we don't have to work our minds as much. Uh, Next one, Selma, is repetition. So the people in the organization also use the repetition a lot, especially activities like singing. We actually decided to include a video, I think, at first of uh, of one of us singing with the children. They the volunteers used activities like singing and repeating movements, and in a like why this works is that it provides a sense of predictability and comfort for the students, again, not having to exhaust their thinking. Lastly, we have a kinesthetic learning style with hands-on activities such as face painting, sorting shapes, etc., which, in our opinion and the volunteers' opinion, make the learning process more engaging and accessible for the students. That's it. Thank you.
Yes, these are some examples of the learning styles that were provided in the organization.
Yeah.
Now we'll see some challenges that were faced by the teachers there. I guess it's Hafidah's and Sasabi's turn.
So good evening, everyone. Well, concerning the challenges that this association or the teachers and the students face in this association are, well, I try to summarize them in. First of all, we have the challenges faced by teachers. We have limited cognitive functioning. So, as we know, students with trisomy syndrome may have speech delays or maybe nonverbal. So this makes it hard for the teachers. They have like to repeat. They have to, of course, I'm sorry. They have to simplify content drastically or repeat lessons. Of course, this leads to slower progress overall and possibly frustration for both the teachers and the students. We also have the next one is Yes, can you, Selma, go ahead? Yes, we have communication barriers. So communication barriers, as I said before, that we have because students with trisomy syndrome have some speech delays or nonverbal or maybe nonverbal. So this makes it harder for them to communicate their ideas and for the teachers to assess comprehension to provide targeted feedbacks. So this requires extra planning and can be time consuming. Additionally, the students may have trouble expressing themselves socially, and this leads to possible isolation between the teachers and the students. The third one is behavioral challenges. So imagine yourself a teacher in a class full of students with the same needs, so and doing the same behaviors. Well, managing these behaviors can be overwhelming. Teachers might need to implement specific behavioral intervention plans for each student, maintain a consistent routine, and employ the escalation techniques. And this can be both mentally and physically exhausting. Then we have one of the big issues or one of the big problems that the teachers may face is health-related issues. Well, many learners with trisomy syndrome also have associated medical conditions such as heart defects, hearing or vision problems, and these students may require additional accommodations, frequent breaks, or specific care. So teachers must keep an eye on students' health needs while maintaining the flow of the classroom. And this can also add an extra layer of responsibility for the teacher. Last but not least, we have lack of specialized training. So, like this is one of the most if like one of the big problems that the association suffers from, which is having teachers not having like uh, how I say it, specialized training in working with students with trisomy syndrome. So teachers may feel unprepared or unsure about how to support students with specific needs, leading to a lack of confidence or frustration, as I said before, in their teaching approach. Well, that's it for the challenges faced by teachers. Now I guess we have the challenges faced by students. Salma, before the
Thank you.
harmful strategies.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Hafida. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes,
Yes?
we can.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So we know that organizations like the REAM Association play a critical role in addressing these challenges by providing support and care. And as Hafida said in her part, this association and these teachers, they tackle problems and many problems, several problems, especially when it comes to medical care and taking care of these children, because they suffer unfortunately from a lot of heart. They have heart conditions, vision and hearing delays and problems. So in order to prevent this, they need intervention. They need an early intervention from whether their families or the association, and most likely and unfortunately we know that their families, they cannot afford it, and the association, they suffer from a lack of resources for this consistent checks on their health. Also, educational barriers are another crucial problem the children face and struggle with, as they need lessons designed according to their needs by breaking the lesson into small chunks. Yet, the lack of sufficient staff limits the ability to provide and expand these programs. Unfortunately, even the volunteers they do not have the appropriate training to meet the educational needs for these children. And that's it.
Thank you. Now we'll see some helpful strategies.
So, some helpful strategies. So like, for example, we have maintaining routine and structure. The students, to avoid stressing them or to avoid those students being frustrated. So they use consistent schedules and predictable classroom routines to help students feel safe and focused.
Ahmed, can you please mute your mic?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear the part maintaining routine and structure?
Yes.
Okay, can you move to the next part? Okay, we have collaboration with specialists. So as my friends mentioned before, it is a challenge, but they still try to work with specialist and educated staff, occupational therapists, speech therapists, to gain insight to strategies to use with those kids. And a lot of them are volunteers. And that's a good thing. We thank them for that. Move to the next part. Encourage peer support. So when students work together and in peers with similar disabilities, it's easier for them to work and learn and overcome that disability.
Thank you. Now with the last part.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for your attention. Let's moving on to the role of parents and educators. I try to cover only three main components: early interventions, consistency, and patience, and last, working as a team. So let's start by early intervention is the active provision of support given to children who have developmental delays and disabilities as early as possible. It should start at an early preschool age because during this time, early experiences lay a solid foundation for brain development, and also a child learning process. I try to symbolize this on a small tree here, and excuse my horrible drawing. So this is a tree with roots named early intervention, and these branches are symbolized with developmental skills, such as cognitive skills, social skills, and emotional skills. And these red small bubbles are fruits named success, integration, and success in emotional well-being. Moving to consistency and patience, this is a very interesting here. Consistency in approaches and patience from both parent and educators encourage a stable learning environment for children with diverse needs. It helps create a trust, predictability, which are most important features for the delivery of learning. I try to symbolize this as a winding path that is a child journey of learning with notices about the milestones achieved. And you can add characters waving, parents, educators with signs, consistency, multiple two at random places. Children thrives when there is a predictability in the learning and routine actions are recognizable. So, of course, patience is a virtue and allows for the pace of the child's learning. Lastly, but certainly not least, we have working as a team. So it is very important that parents and educators work as a team on the behalf of a child to offer a complete support. This type of collaboration enables both parties to share their insights, methods, and resources for an even more successful educational plan in place. And again, my horrible drawing here, I tried to draw a circle divided into sections, and with each section showcasing different role of parent, educators, and specialists, and how they can come up all together in the center, creating this small triangle here, which I called supportive village. So could you please, Selma, go to the last slide for, yes, to the last slide.
This one? This one?
All right, yes, okay. So here just to share with you as a final thought for teachers of inclusion. As a teacher, I play a vital role in the development of an inclusive classroom environment that values and embraces diversity. Innovative approaches can facilitate improvement in learning opportunities for all my learners. And of course, using different teaching styles for different virus preferences. I just remembered on the last session, knowing your knowing your student. So using different styles for various preferences, such as visual, auditory, kinesthetic, incorporate the use of technology, of course, and adaptive tools that accommodate the diverse learners. Thank you.
Thank you. These are some of our quotes. For mine, it's important to embrace patience, unleash potential, and create an environment where each kid feels supported, seen, and capable of achieving their own special goals while working with children who have low syndrome. I'm sorry about the mistake. And Mr. Mohammed just said that patience, empathy, and adaptability are essential for fostering an inclusive learning environment where every student can thrive. And lastly, Salma said that as teachers, we have the power to unlock potential, inspire growth, and make every child feel seen, capable, and valued. Now, thank you for listening. My friend will try to play the video if it wanted to. If not, I'm sorry about that. Again, thank you for listening.
Yes, Salma. Hi, can you hear
Yes.
me, guys?
Yes, you can try.
Okay, so I will be sharing a video. It's an activity that I did with students. It's a song that I try to engage them to let them feel free and express themselves. I will let you with the video.
You can share the screen.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Is it coming up as one of your open tabs?
Yes.
Sorry?
Just when you click like share in the bottom of the Zoom screen, that should come up as like one of your open tabs.
I think she's using her phone, that's why.
I'm
Yes.
using my phone, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Just a second. Can you see anything?
No.
No.
I'll try, but I'm not sure if you can hear anything. So,
Yes, just try, please, Salma.
okay. No, not this one. Not again. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. It is. There we go. I don't think the sound is working.
Yeah, that's the problem we had. I'm sorry about that, but it's just a song. They're singing a song.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you again for listening. That's it for our presentation.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for sharing, and I would love to open up the floor for any questions or comments about this presentation.
Yeah. I got a question, okay, for Selma, please, if you mind, please.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, okay, I have heard, okay, that right, children with trisomy, okay, they live, okay, just for a short time, okay, I think maybe 13 or whatever. Is that true, please? If you have any idea about that?
Can you please repeat? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm talking about, okay, these children, okay, children with trisomy. I have heard, okay, that
Yes.
they live just for a short time, okay, they got, okay, they live, okay, short life. Is that true?
I will
I'm
answer
not
the
really
Selma,
sure
can
about
I,
that. Yes,
Selma,
yes,
can
please,
I
Nadine.
answer the question? All right.
Yes.
So, based on the interview that I had done with the director, with some parents, and also with the doctor, it is not always true. So it depends on the case of the child. All right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're
Yes.
welcome.
I
Much welcome.
personally have a member of my family who is now as old as me. He's 25, I think, 25 years old or something like that.
25, it's okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
always the
right,
case,
okay.
I believe.
It is a spectrum. It is not, they are not the same. So, for example, some have a severe case, they die at 3 years old, 5 years old. Some can live to 15. And there is
Mm-hmm.
some people who have mild, they have a mild case, they can live to 50 years old.
That means, okay, it differs, okay, from one
It
children
differs,
to
yeah.
another, right? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is a
Yes,
spectrum. It is
yes.
a spectrum.
Yeah, thank you so much, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.